Guys, lights, camera, action, and we are ready to roll. It is Tuesday night chill and chat with your boy Danny in the building at the CornerCade, guys. What is going on? My God, we got breaking news all over the place, right? This is insane. This is crazy. This is unbelievable. But I'll tell you what is not unbelievable. Look at this, guys. I am now 39. I made it, guys. I made it. Look what my wife got me for my birthday. One of the many gifts she got me, guys. It's this T-shirt right here. Look at this thing. I can't. Let's fucking go. The LFG is loud and proud. I thought that was really, really funny, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here tonight. This is going to be a big show, guys. Big show. We're going to talk Wonderland Amusements. I got to make a decision here on which one to get for this iconic arcade, and Arcade1up just making a fumble splash for their announcement here that we just put a video out. Man, you want to talk about just busy being a YouTuber? I'm sitting here playing with the kids. We got to make dinner. We made sloppy joes. And then I had to record this video. I was going to record a different video, another video for Wonderlands, and then go live, prepare for the show. But geez, I mean, we've been busy nonstop here. It's been insane. But guys, thank you everyone being here. Before we get started, I just want to say quick, what's going on, J-Rod? Thank you for stopping by. Julio Hernandez is in the building, one of my moderators, live and proud. So the one and only CornerCade live tonight, guys. We have 12 people in the house, guys. So please give this video a like if you haven't. We can rock and roll. Let's go. Julio says, in time, when there's no arcade news, no one can say, the CornerCade is here. The time is now. Thank you for the support, man. Did you guys watch the video at all? There are, wow, unbelievable. Like, Arcade1up, man. I guess we'll start there, right? I guess we'll start there. You know, the quote unquote breaking news. Let me find the image, guys, if you haven't seen it already. Wow. And I let's see. Let's bring this over here. I don't even know if I have it anymore right now. I don't even. Their new cabinet. Hold on a second. Let me try to find the image here, people, because I think I just emptied my recycling bin. So let me just send it to myself real quick. And I know it looks like there's some rumblings here that the price was wrong. That the price for this new Peasantcade cab is not $449. I even thought that was a little absurd, guys, to be quite honest. I'm like, man, Arcade1up is really reaching here. And there are a couple things that we can kind of break down, get your guys' opinions and thoughts on this. Let me just save this image here. I'm just gonna bring this up real quick so we can bring it on stream here. I get a little, I like to clear out the inbox, you know, and I got a little too feisty with that. All right, so let's bring this up right here, guys. Here we go. All right, whoa, this is a little small here. Let's do this. There we go. Okay, so here it is, guys. Here it is. Wow, I mean, this thing looks so tiny. Look at this thing. Yeah, Jackson, I mean, you said it on you hit the nail on the head on the coffee cup here, right here. Like, this is Arcade1up wants me to find a new hobby. They're honestly like telling you, hey, we don't want your business at this point. This is rough. This is rough beyond words, guys. I don't know truly what to make of this anymore. We were so positive and we had so much, I don't know, just like the energy and the vibes were always there for Arcade1up to, hey, like, what if? Like, there's a chance. Like, let's keep it rolling, right? And you look at it now, and thank goodness for these other home arcade companies to really step up to the plate and offer products that we want. Because this is products that we don't want. I mean, at least at least I don't want, right? I don't know. I can't speak upon everybody. There might be some people that, want that affordable price point here of, and Julio's saying, Julio, has this been confirmed 250 for this? Let's break this down real quick. So the Mortal Kombat cab, this is a Slim KD version of what they've been making in these peasant cabs. Now I know from these renders here, if you just look at it from top to bottom, there's it looks like they might be using the old box style marquee. I don't their renders are kind of off. As you can tell, they got the pricing off here. This might be that slide-in marquee. It just might not be lit. I can't confirm based off the picture here if it's going to be or not. I would assume it would be, but their peasant cabs haven't been. They haven't been lit. There's been molded coin doors on. That have been removed from them. So they're taking concessions. A lot of concessions they're taking back on this. Yeah, and Julio, yeah, hit it on the head. There's just no fire. There's no excitement. Like when we covered the John D news, guys, the Media One Up John D joint with Iconic Arcade, it was a Street Fighter, right? And it still blew up the entire home arcade community. I mean, it's literally transforming our home arcade as we're going all XL, and it might even be transforming yours as well. And it was Street Fighter. Just wait till like actual thing, like new stuff comes out, right? But I'm excited. I've been doing a lot of like research and watching a lot of videos on like the Alpha series, Third Strike, the new generation, Second Impact, Street Fighter 3, that little, because those are the new games that we're going to be getting. And man, it's cool. I mean, there's a lot of history behind Street Fighter. We're always used to the same like championship, hyper fighting, turbo. It's the same kind of thing that we've been getting over and over again. But there is a little bit of excitement in there, and there's just excitement with the form factors now. There's a lot of cool things to look up and look into. And we've said this on numerous times in the show, guys. We've had people on as guests on with this show, just saying like, hey, all it takes is one title that really just level out the field. And you saw it, guys. You saw it live. Like when Iconic dropped that news, it leveled a home arcade, and it changed the game forever. And Arcade1up could have had that. I think they're just at this point. I mean, when do you stick the fork in them at this point? We kind of look at the stuff. It's like, when are they done? When are they done? This is just, it's sad. It's kind of sad. You're seeing actually my thoughts live. We just saw this. I saw this about an hour ago. I made a pre-produced video on that. But these are just like live reactions, and it's really sad just to show the disconnect that Arcade1up has with their fan base, with the community, with everyone, to be quite honest with you. And it almost looks like, from the vibes that I get, at least, it's like, hey, you guys don't know what you're talking about. We're the billion-dollar company. Let us do our thing, right? And it just goes to show you they've closed out a lot of YouTubers. They used to work with people. They used to work with the community, and they just never took anybody's advice. They just always thought because they had the degrees that they were the smartest in the room. It's just the vibes that I get, right? And hey, look where you're at now, right? You're at this level. And Arcade1up, I know behind closed doors, they do not want to be making this stuff. There's no chance. But I mean, look what we're at here, and this could be a money problem. I don't know. I mean, they seem to be in some financial non-shrinks. They're in the hole, to say the least. And if you just go top to bottom, something that I did miss when I was looking at this a little bit harder, I was like, wow, that bottom bezel's a little thick, right? It's a little thick. It's like, wait a second. That might not be a bezel. This could be like their CornerCade, those 16:9 screens, like those like crappier screens that they were putting in their CornerCades with the battery. It's just they made them cheaper. Kind of looks like that. I can't confirm off of this, one single image that we have. And again, this price point is wrong. Again, Arcade1up, they're not even taking one step forward, two steps back. It's just like they just keep taking three steps back every time. So this was clearly This is clearly wrong. So again, I'm like, there's no, I'm like, they must be pretty bold to put that price point out. But it looks like from the screen, guys, were those BOE monitors that were in those little CornerCades? I mean, we don't talk about CornerCades, partycades, couchcades, collectorcades. We don't talk about this on the CornerCade show, but I don't know. It looks like that could be wrong. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, just getting the screen. I mean, if that's not a BOE monitor, I'm like, there's literally nothing to like about this thing. So you keep going down on the control panel. It does look like they have that play guard deck surface that they've been using. So no plastic deck protectors. They do have the screw cap covers you can see there. So it's gonna be on the side as well. But it looks like they got rid of like the side panels as well that said Midway on it. You know, those little like wings that would go on the side. So that's kind of an interesting take design. Does it save them that much money? I don't know. I don't know. Then you keep going down here. They got the traditional games list on here. Nothing's really changed with that, but it looks so bad. It's like, why not put a sticker of a coin door, right? That's the same thing. It probably save you. It's less ink to use, right? Just put a sticker of a coin door, or just put a molded coin door. Like you could either go either way. They can't cost you that much money. Like good God Almighty. The black trim, okay, whatever. I guess you're switching it up a little bit. Just it's bad. The black trim's on there instead of the red trim. But then the side art. And the side art, they added like this digital print onto Raiden, which I don't get at all. And I said in my video, like it's almost like they're trying to make this cool, jazzy, like let's target to the 19 to mid 20-year-olds. And they don't know what this shit is. Unless they were raised on this, like my kids are gonna be. You know, even though they'll have the newer technology, they'll always remember, oh yeah, I remember dad showing me that. Nobody knows what this stuff is. Like these kids, and I said in my video, it'd be like literally me going down to the senior citizens home and giving them a VR headset, right? They don't know what virtual reality is, or trying to teach them how to use, Snapchat. Like they don't know that stuff. They would be looking at you like you're half dead. So it's frustrating, and then they got this like this slim form factor. You can clearly see it's there. This is bad. This is really bad. And I mean, I don't know why you would even come out with this. I don't know if there's, will we see this as a deluxe model, just a little bit taller without the riser? There's a lot of questions that I have. I just think this is bad. We when Arcade1up comes out with something, we'll cover it. Jason says here, let's bury this monstrosity behind the barn and forget it ever happened. Yeah, just take it behind the back and just shoot it and bury it, right? It's bad. It's bad, guys. Julio says the problem with companies like Arcade1up, they don't listen to the consumer. We just I didn't even see this comment. And Julio, it's 100% correct. Think about it like this, guys. Think about it like this. Who listens to the consumer? John D listens, right? Michael B made a big, we give Michael B shit, but he made a big deal about the side art, right? Well, that got changed, right? That got, they're doing votes, they're listening. Other companies listen. Wonderland Amusements, we're going to talk about them tonight. They listen, right? You have to always evolve. If you don't always evolve as a person, guys, this stems way beyond home arcade, right? As a person, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse, right? That's the old additive, right? So if you're not listening, if you're not improving, if you just surround yourself with a bunch of yes men, you're gonna fail 100%. You need to get those people to say, no, this doesn't look right. That doesn't look like. No. I wanted to be that guy for Arcade1up when they talk to me, but they're just set in their ways, man. There's gonna be nothing that changed. The first question I asked Cyrus when I said hello and we introduced each other, I said, Cyrus, I just got to ask you real quick since I got you on a Zoom call here. Why didn't you light up the big buck marquee? Well, why was that not ever lit up? Like, got all these questions for you, and it's I don't know. I digress, right? It's like why? Why does everything have to come down to the damn penny? And when it comes down to money, that's when you're gonna bury yourself 100%. He says the only care for revenue is that they're making anything at this point. You have to invest to spend the profit and take that risk 100%, man, 100%. Because if you're not, but they might be so buried that they can't even do that at that point. And this is like the best that they can offer. And it's a wrap, guys. That's why I said, like, when I wouldn't be changing the whole all our home arcade to XL if I didn't think that this is the future. And clearly it is. Like, nobody wants to put this stuff in their home arcade. That's just, you're scraping too much off of these deluxe models already. J Rod says 20-year-olds that are 3 feet tall, majority of them with midget calves. Yeah, like they wouldn't even want this. Like it's a you could possibly get away with a slim design because they don't know. They're not probably familiar with the aesthetics of a big fat, cab and the importance of side art, right? You might be able to get away with having the pedal on there, but it's still tall. You can play, but you can't get away with something like this. And who knows? I would assume they make, Pac-Man versions like this. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen for the future of Arcade1up. It's just going to be very disheartening. I hope, and I don't even know if I have hope anymore, that they're going to come out with an XL version. That one a year that we used to get. It could be a little rough. It could be a little rough at the end of the day. I'm hoping that we can at least get that. Otherwise, there's not going to be much Arcade1up discussion on this show, guys. It's gonna be like Evercade or something. We're not gonna really discuss that at all, which is it's sad. It's they take it a turn for the worse, guys. But what are your thoughts? I mean, that's me. I'm usually positive about things because why wouldn't you be? This is an awesome hobby. You get to enjoy retro games. There's not a lot to critique or hate. There's always room for improvement with things. Like we're gonna talk Wonderland tonight. But yeah, what do you guys think in the chat here? Julio Hernandez says, Danny, tonight's poll, will 2025 be the year Arcade1up goes out of business? That's a great question. I mean, I always thought that Arcade1up would always be kind of just hanging around, right? Hanging around, just making their Pac-Mans, their Golden Tees, and their NBA jams and their midway selection, right? And just come out with the deluxes and kind of doing some funky stuff that doesn't cost them a lot of money, I don't know, like the photo booth, like just weird stuff, right? But maybe at this point, I don't know, they might not have the cachet to really do anything. And it sucks. It sucks because options are always good, right? Options are good, and this could be a guys. Can you imagine your home arcade without an Arcade1up product? That's almost crazy, right? That's almost crazy to think. And I've always had that thought in the back of my mind. And I was always thinking about it, like, wow, that's it could be, guys. It could be. All right. Well, guys, let me know in the chat. What do you think? Are you gonna buy this? I mean, I don't want to insult your intelligence here, but I don't think you're gonna be buying this or making the purchase. Um, yeah. Jackson says, "I am keeping my hope up for product innovation from At Games." You cross your fingers. I mean, they got something going on with the 4KP, the pinball, the virtual pinball machine. Maybe something with their multi-cade coming out. I heard the rumblings are that they're because their 4K ALU arcade machine has kind of been delayed, that they're kind of revamping that. So maybe again another company that could take community feedback. I think they need to start from the ground up, with that thing. I think there's a lot that they could do to improve that, to say the least. There's a lot of room for improvement with that one. I think that's what they're doing. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can see something cool. We see something cool and exciting. I'm excited for those Killer Instinct and Battletoads tables coming out. That would be dope. But yeah, let's shift our focus here. Let's shift our focus over to Wonderland, and that was going to be the majority of the show here. So let me bring up something that we got going on. See if we can do this, that, and the other. Let's go here. All right, let's do this. Can I make myself? No, I can't make myself bigger. What I could do, let's do this. Kind of. Let's see if I can make myself bigger here. I like fooling around with all the fun stuff, guys. Oh, look at how tiny I am. Look at this. Whoa, here we go, coming at you. This could work. I like the circle too. I know James, I've seen you do the circle before. We could do this right here. This looks pretty neat. All right, let's do this. I feel comfortable in the circle, guys. James, thank you so much for stopping by. Yes, the new Street Fighter calves. Yes. Oh no, not the Street Fighter calves. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. I thought that was an F. That's an E. He says the new SE calves. Oh, I don't think so, James. I'm gonna pass on those. Can you believe it? Like I'm like I think me and like what Phil PD7. It's like the last kind of remnants of holding on for Arcade1up to come out with something that might be pretty bad. Yeah, James, I saw you were going live. I saw you going live. I was eating my sloppy joes. I caught like the tail end of it there, so I don't know what was said, what wasn't said. But I'll tell you what's going to be said about this product, guys. This is just So the guys over at yes, that's true. Like this would be see this circle will be good for when we do gameplays, guys. You know, with the new iconic arcade. You got to get a wide and slim Katie circle. I don't know. I'll try. Right? I'll try. We can like mess around with that. Okay, so Jerry and Peter went live with P Dub's awesome show they had, and Michael B. And over at P Dub's Arcade Love channel. I mean, everybody knows. We don't have to put a link to that in the channel's description here, but everybody knows P Dub's. Everybody knows Michael B. Right? Well, Wonderland Amusements, they're like the new kid on the block. Not everybody knows about them. But we here at this channel have been covering them because my wife and I are very excited about this product. And when we met them at the Pinball Expo, man, they took great care of my family. Such nice people. I was blown away. And me and Jerry were talking Arcade1up for like an hour. Swear on my soul. So Gary was over there playing with my son. Pinball is so much fun. So much fun. But man, long and short, they're going to see if they could get on to our show. So I initially messaged them, I talked about them at, coming on to the show at the Pinball Expo. So they're going to see after the event that they go to at the end of March, they're going to see, I would assume early April, fingers crossed, maybe we can get them on and ask them any additional questions when the machine should be close to 100% complete at that point, I would assume. So a lot of cool stuff. That'll be fun. But taking a look at this machine now. So guys, we're about 90% complete with this. 90% complete, right? What do you think? What do you think? Let me know. Honest feedback. We got 19 people in the house right now. Let me know. I think this is pretty cool. One thing I do like, let's just start from top to bottom. Kind of keep it organized here. So back box looks great. I like the day, the night contrast, all the characters. That looks great. It's original. It's fine. The side art to that looks great. Speakers. I think those should be black screws, but again, I know this is just, who knows, right? But that looks fine. I think that's going to be an 8-inch DMD. Kind of looking at the way the At Games looks, it looks like that might be like almost like an inch shorter, like an inch width wise shorter, but they're going to be very comparable to like your At Games product if you have a 4KP pinball machine, right? So the play field, we'll get into that. We're just kind of looking at the outside right now. Side art looks awesome. It's mirrored the top, the left and the right are the same. So let me pull up. It might take a second to load. These are high quality images here, guys, but I'm going to bring up the left side here. Just bear with me. It's kind of loading on my end. There we go. Looks great, right? Looks great. Like Alice dropped into Wonderland. She's looking around. I like that. That looks cool. I will say the blue pops. The blue pops. It's weird to me. Why, if it's like a gothic kind of scary place, why is it sunny skies? That's what I always want to know. Like, why isn't it like a gray overcast? I guess that's the one question that I have. Chat, help me out, because I personally don't know the story all too well. I will say this. I talked to the guys over at Wonderland. We exchange emails all the time. The chrome is cool, but I would prefer powder coated black. That's what I would prefer. I know Jerry's big on the chrome, but let's try to push for powder coated black, like the At Games pinball machine. It looks fantastic that way. I will say for the front, there's a massive room for improvement. So if they just kept this the same, right? If they just kept this the way it is, fine, right? We could live with that. But there's so much room for improvement. So guys, I truly think that there should be some trees. I wish I could have drawn this out in Photoshop, right? I have no idea working with Photoshop skills, but if they could blend in like a couple trees, right? Just blend in the trees and then you can keep it black, right? Like in the center, or have like a character or two or some grass. That'd be cool if they could just blend it. I love what they did on the sides. The left and right sides, great. Just kind of blend it a little bit in the front. That would be awesome, right? The Wonderland logo, awesome. You can keep it there. Really. So B Kirby saying he likes the chrome better. Fair. That black, it just pop. I'd love to see what this looks like black. I wish I could do a Photoshop of like my envisionment of what this could look like. Yes, I'm not hating on the chrome, but I just think, hey, that would be kind of cool if they had it. But I think the badge in the front, that Wonderland badge, I don't know if I think it should be 3D, like 3D, and it should be chrome, kind of like that Arcade1up badging on their deluxe machines. I think that would look really sharp and it would pop. I think that would pop, right? The coin door, big improvement for this. Literally just take the At Games coin door at this point, right? Make the coin doors light up have coin slots where you can put a coin in, kind of comes out. I love that feature on the At Games pinball. And you can still put buttons on the side like At Games did. You don't have to have it exactly like they do, but you can put the D-pad on the side, the orange buttons on the side. That power button should be directly underneath the machine, because when you go, and I know he mentioned it, Jerry mentioned just coming up to the machine and turning it on. Yeah, you can totally do that underneath with the 4K pinball machine. So again, you can always put this on a smart plug and just use your phone to turn it on. So there's opportunity where you don't have to have it just like this on the D-pad. Again, you could put that on the left-hand side. That would look great. Silver, I would just take it, make it look black, put the little faux lock on there. I know P-Dubs, the guys, Michael B were saying, hey, like, have it open. That'd be cool. Nah, it's just too much money. Just do the plastic door and move the drill. That's kind of what they did here. It's just going to be black and it's going to look better. So I know the plunger too. Jerry talked about that being like a doorknob and a key coated. That would look pretty cool. Yeah, there's a lot of room for improvement with this. I really the powder coated white, that would look sick. Yeah, so trust me, I got some tears, guys. We're gonna go over some slides. I'm excited. I got slides for the show, guys. I got a visual for the chat to see. We'll room for improvement. I want to get your guys' opinions too. Because this is a collaborative effort. This is why we're talking about this live Tuesday night. So that being said, right, this isn't far off, but it's just like those little tinkers would be cool to see, right? It would be cool to see. So let's take a look here. Let me bring up an image of the play field because, here, let me do one. Let me just show you one side image so you guys can see this really quick. So you can kind of see what the legs, everything looks like, kind of thing. Like it looks good. My wife really wants to get this, guys. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know. Do we get measurements? I didn't catch that on the show. Do we get how long this is? Is this really comparable to an At Games? Like, can I line them side by side and they'd be the same kind of depth and height? Let me know in the chat, guys, because I don't know how big or tall this thing is. But let's take a look at the playfield here. All right, let's shrink me down so my big head doesn't cover everything. All right, there we go, guys. Let's go, chat. Let's go. All right, so I will just say this. I absolutely love that they took the time to make side blades for the inside playfield. That's something that like I see in the community that everybody has to buy extra, even on a stern table, right? Well, this comes with it, and it really just gives you that 3D depth. It immersifies you in the experience. That's what it's about, man. So kudos to Wonderland Amusements for doing that. There's gonna be a lot of things that they're gonna be changing. If we just go like bottom to top here, I'm gonna break this down, then we'll kind of talk about some things as we progress through the slides here. So love the artwork on the apron here. I do think that they need the instructions on what to do. You see that on the At Games tables all the time. Hey, hit this ramp 4 times, unlock this, right? So Wonderland, if you're watching, if you see the replay, I would put that kind of where Alice is right there. You can just put it over, have the instructions all right there. I think that would be kind of cool, give you that authenticity of a real machine, because this is a real machine. It's just a smaller real machine, right? So love what they did with the artwork. Alice coming in there. Looks like she's being dropped into the Wonderland. She's looking around. I love it. This is great stuff. I want to see more lights on the play field. I do want to see what this thing looks like in the dark. Is there LEDs around this where it lights up the playfield like on a real pinball machine? Chat, help me out. Is that something that like has been talked about at all? Because they show this in brightly lit rooms, but we all know when we game in our home arcades, it's dark and dingy. So that I would love to see. Yeah, so we got the caterpillar sitting there, a lot of 3D sculpts. They're going to be adding to that. I know there's some pictures with some background added to that. I don't have that one, but the mushrooms too, these yellow and purple mushrooms, they're going to be updated. So they're going to be tinkering with a lot of stuff. Oh, thank you, Julio. Get the dimensions of the pinball. I got an Instagram feed. Can we put the dimensions in the chat so we can see that without clicking out of here? That would be awesome. Thank you so much, Julio, for doing that. You got, I'm not familiar, but the castle that is coming alive. That looks pretty cool. I wonder if there's going to be a queen sculpt there. I feel like that's an opportunity for that, right? Opportunity for that. We all love that ramp with the cars. That looks really smooth. That looks really cool. That second ramp coming out of the castle, that's going to be clear so you can see more of the play field, which I highly agree on. But looking at this, are you getting excited? Like, is this something you guys we followed this journey, and now we can finally kind of see this culminate to one exciting pinball. Like, this is actually really cool. And I know, guys, I get excited all the time, right? I mean, again, how can't you? This is a fun hobby. It's not like we're covering politics. That doesn't make it exciting. But like, this is cool. $4,000. I don't know. Shipping. There's a lot of things. So I think guys over at Wonderland, I think we got to incorporate free shipping somehow to the first how many. If that's part of the Kickstarter, you got to do something because shipping sucks to pay with. Shipping sucks, man. When you got to pay that extra $200. I know Glenn's feeling that on his FUK. It just sucks. People don't want to see that. We live in a world of free shipping, so you got to kind of like incorporate that in the price. But Chad, what do you think? What do you think of the table here, the playfield? I think this looks great. They're going to be adding some things. I think more sculptures, more better. That's kind of what we're looking at. So right now, I only see really like 3 sculptures, and there's really just one 3D sculpture. So again, we'll get into that as we kind of break down the slides. I think opportunities there are that this table does play very fast, and we'll talk about that, guys. I think 3D sculpture. I think that the queen should be out there. I think you should have a couple cardsmen as sculpts to incorporate them somewhere, right? Within the castle, and then the front they have the card guys, but that I think you should put them in there. It would have been cool to like hit them and they would have activated, like points or something. That would have been really cool. They got like three keys are supposed to be up here where you can unlock stuff. So there's a story, which you got to have that. You got to have a story. So I think this is going to be way better than Zizzle Pinball. I know the comparisons were made up of there, but this will be nice. The Cheshire Cat is in the background there. I think again, that could be like a 3D sculpt model. I think there's some opportunity to do that. Again, who knows, right? Weasel said someone said Alice looks like B-dubs. See, B Kirby, I'm definitely grabbing one when this comes out. So he's already in. Where was the tipping point, Kirby, where you were kind of like, I don't know, and then you're like, yep, 100%, I'm all in right now. That's what I want to. What was the tipping point with that? Jackson says, God help me, this Alice in Wonderland looks like crap versus the At Games pinball. So what do you like over the At Games as opposed to the Alice in Wonderland table? Because the advantage of the At Games is that you can put infinity amounts of tables on your machine. You can have them all, right? But it's virtual. And it'd be interesting to see what the sound system is on this. Is this going to have like an SSF style kit where you can hear the music, you're going to hear the call outs from voice actors? Like, that's going to be exciting, And it's funny because my wife, she likes playing the At Games, but she's like, it's not a real pinball. I'd much rather go to the arcade and play a real pinball. I'll still play the At Games virtual pinball machine, but I'm all about the real pinball, and that's interesting to me because I'm like, oh, the virtual pinball is fun. It's fun, and so she's about the real. I think we don't know. You're not going to know until you get your hands on this, right? But if you can get your hands on it and you can play it, maybe you're like, huh, okay, because you're stuck with this table. It's like you can't flip the board and there's a new table, right? Like you're stuck with this one, so you really gotta like it. You really gotta like it. Julio's bringing up those dimensions for us: 64 and a quarter in height from the back, 38 inches from end to end, 35 from the height from the gameplay field. Interesting. I'll have to take those measurements after the show to see how that compares to the At Games. We'll have to. I'll take a picture of that. I'll take a screenshot. Julio, you're helping the kid out right here, so I can get that because we gotta. There we go. I'll take measurements after the show, and you guys as well. Let me know if you have an At Games. Maybe we can quick bring out the ruler and tape measure and get that done. Okay, so let's head over. Let's head over to the slides, guys. This is what we know. All right, this is the what we know. I think I can make myself a little bit bigger here. If I go smaller, you can see the Alice in Wonderland logo. Look how tiny I look. Look at this. Okay, we'll make me a little bit bigger. Here we go. Okay, so guys, what we know. Guys, we got some slides here. Let's go. This is the 2.0 model, right? It's decorated with the full art. Before we always got the Wonderland logo on the side. The sides were blacked out. It wasn't really much going on. This isn't complete yet, though. So there's gonna be some changes. We have some suggestions, and maybe you guys in the chat can also come up with some suggestions that we're going to talk about here, all right? 20 adjustments made from the first model. Okay, so from the original one that we've shown, there's been 20 improvements, right? The artwork and sculptures are not yet finalized, so there's still room for your voices to be heard and for the community's feedback, right? 8 quests to complete through story mode. So that's pretty cool. They got quests. I mean, you got to have that, right? That's what makes Stern tables so great, and pinball tables in general is you can follow a story and you can kind of beat your high score, right? So voice actors. I took a little news and notes here. They're going to have voice actors for the characters, which is awesome. You're not going to get those lame call outs like, that you might have seen on other tables. Kickstarter exclusives. And guys, we'll cover that because I got some exclusives that, let's see if you guys can make it happen, right? They're listening. So we're gonna add some suggestions to the table here. I love that there's going to be a menu in the DMD, right? Because, with a virtual pinball table on the At Games, you can just cycle through and you got a big menu, a 32-inch playfield menu, and you can do all this type of stuff, right? So for this one, you kind of look like, I don't know, what can we do, right? Well, for this one, you're going to have that D-pad that Jerry talked about, and you're going to be able to go through settings like the flipper strength. We saw that. That looked like it played really fast for those of you guys that saw that. So it's like, hey, let's slow that down a little bit. Do you make the ball heavier? Do you adjust the flipper strength? That's cool that you can do that, right? And you can play 1 to 4 players. So that's dope. Like you can, me and my wife can go against each other. You can have more than just, one player playing this thing. Mike Hawkers, thank you so much, man, for joining. Yeet! Let's go, man. T Prez is like number 13. Guys, let's try to get that to 26. We got 26 people in the house. I know Michael B did an impromptu stream, so I'd assume most of the people over there. He is the leader in home arcade when it comes to home arcade news. So go check him out if you guys haven't already. You can always catch me on the replay. I totally understand, guys. All right, so here we're gonna get to B Kirby why he bought that in just a second, but this will have Wi-Fi and online leaderboards, so that's awesome, awesome. So they send through like patch updates stuff. That is incredible. You got to have online on these arcades. Nobody, can you imagine updating Dragon's Lair with a thumb drive? Like that's just dumb. Your Arcade1up Dragon's Lair thumb drive support. We're sending it through the mail through carrier pigeons. Like, come on, man. All these have got to have Wi-Fi. So this is awesome. That's great news in case you need to update anything, change the story, update the story, do anything, right? Any bug fixes, anything. Replacement parts of this thing was a huge question in the community. Like, how are we going to be able to repair this? Yeah, so on and so forth. It looks like they literally make this like Legos. You just snapped on the piece, snap it off, right? So, for example, let's say section 27 or section 2 or section 5 is down, right? You put in a ticket, much like Arcade1up, and they're going to send you that section. Like James had to deal with the encoder board on his X-Men. They just replace that and boom, you're back up and running. I love that. That makes it so much easier. That is awesome. Kudos to Wonderland Amusements for doing that. That is huge at the end of the day. So great stuff. You just pop it in, pop it out. I absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. What do you mean Michael blew a fuse? B Kirby, I'll get to you in just a second. Let me just finish this right here. It's gonna be around 50 lights on the play field. They're gonna be multicolor lights. You gotta have that. And my question specifically was, what does this thing look like at night? We need to see that Wonderland. We need to see some gameplay at night to see how well this is illuminated on the playfield. Jerry talked about making licensed pinballs. This is huge. I know I heard some rumblings in the back that Stern is looking to see how well this table sells. How well can these guys do? Because if they do well, Stern might partner with them and do some at game, do some pinballs at home. Can you imagine an X-Men Uncanny or something? A real Jaws? Because people can afford $1,000 more than they can afford a $6,000 price point, right? It's a big difference, and it's still real pinball. So, guys, if you want to support these guys, now's the time to do it. Much like the John D joint, John D is going to see how well his Street Fighter goes before he can make other ones. These guys have plans. They got roadmaps. They want to do stuff, and they want to keep it rolling. So let's keep it rolling. Kickstarter for this will go live on March 11th. So just as a little heads up there, if you haven't already, head over to the Kickstarter and support that, follow it, and see where that's going. This will be coming out later this year. So this is exciting. There's another product to look forward to. End of summer product being made. So production starting at the end of summer. So we'll see what happens, right? B Kirby, let us know. $1,000. It's a real pinball. I don't like the ad games, especially after seeing everyone's machines going down. Good point. I mean, yeah, this is a real pinball. So for you real pinball enthusiasts, I mean, this is pretty cool. This is cool. This is something different. You haven't really had this type of product. Everything's been virtual at this point. If you want to make the jump up, I mean, Jerry talked about it. It's hard to get in a real pinball in your house. Those things are huge. Those things are huge. It's part of the reason why we don't have real arcades in the house, because they're huge. They're huge. Jason, thank you so much, man, for sharing the link to the Wonderland Amusements Facebook. Sony 4K says, I saw the new MK2. Sony, you just missed it. We talked about it for like 15 minutes. If you guys have any questions throughout the show, just let me know. We'll touch base on everything. We'll touch base on it all. That's a Hawk 2 MK. That's a MK Taw. That's funny. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. I don't know. That's hard to do. All right, so let's see. Let's go to our next slide. Let's go, guys. I think this is the one right here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here's some possible enhancements. So let me go a little bit smaller here, okay? All right, so here's something, Wonderland. If you're listening, this is kind of stuff I touched on, right? So possible enhancements or improvements to make to this machine. The one big thing that stood out, Jerry, you got to listen to me on this. Like this is you got to make this happen, guy. You got to have plexiglass for the playfield. It's not up for discussion. I'm telling you, At Games had no problem sending that out, right? Even At Games, right? And they had forklifts in the side of the machine. The glass is still not broken. It needs real glass for the playfield. So they're talking about putting on some plastic on there that was like a 1/4 inch thick. People are going to be scratching that up left and right. You got to have real glass. It'd be real cool too for like I just noticed I just thought of this now. Those like covers, like those mouse pad covers for the pinball? Maybe that could be a Kickstarter option too. Think about that. Help protect that playfield when you're not playing it. But you got to have real glass. At Games did it, you can too, trust me. Trust me. Also, you got to make the machines 2 boxes just like At Games does it. It's already assembled. He talked about assembling the pinball. No, we're putting the legs on. We're putting the back box on. That's it. That's it. You're connecting the wires. That's it. It comes in 2 boxes. Boom. Be done. Be done with it. So moving on to the enhancements, right? Moving on to the enhancements. The light up molded coin door. And this is what we kind of talked about. Kind of similar like At Games. I mean, the coin door itself is the same size. I'm looking over here because that's where the At Games machine is. But you got to have a light up black molded coin door, 100%. The power button, we talked about that, moving it down to underneath the machine. That just, let's make that happen, right? We don't need too much. We don't have to clutter the front up, but I think that would look really, really good there. The Chrome 3D Wonderland logo, like, we saw it on the front of the machine there. I think they should improve that, pop it out a little bit, give it some oomph, and make it a little fancy. We talked about the front artwork to blend in with the sides. We did mention that, having a couple trees, doing something there. Gameplay instructions on the front artwork. We did touch on that as well. I touched on a lot of these already, which is, I couldn't help myself. I had to have the visual there. But definitely, I would definitely have that on there. That would look really cool. A 1-year warranty. So the big thing on this is they had a 3-month warranty. That's not nearly enough of what they need to do. It definitely has to be at least a 1-year warranty on all parts and components. This is huge. This is huge. And thank you, Julio. I will check that out for sure. But this one's huge. You gotta have that. You gotta have that. It's very important because this is a real pinball. So you got to be able to make sure that this thing is running right. You don't want people in month 6 to have to order parts and stuff, especially on the first machine. They're going to lose hope real quick. And then we talked about this. This plays very fast. Maybe weaken the flippers, have a heavier ball, but it looked like it just played super fast. Like it was zooming around. So just some thoughts, guys. What do you think? What do you think? I know Julio here. He sent me something. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, cool. Well, thank you, buddy. This is what we're here for, guys. This is what we're here for. So we got some comparisons. Okay, so this is what the playfield is gonna look like. Boom, that's awesome. I haven't even seen this. This is great. We're gonna have to screen share this though. Let's bring up the email here. Boom. Boom, people, boom. All right, let's see here. Let's make me a little smaller. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so here's some measurements, guys. Thank you, Julio. Getting the CornerCades back here. So 64 inches tall. How tall is the At Games one? It's gotta be similar to that, right? They got 35 inches from floor to plunger. That I'll take a, I'll have to measure this out. So let's go from leg to leg or front to back on the machine, 38.5 inches. So there you go. There's your dimensions right there, guys. Yeah, Sony, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for One Up. They are holding on like a leaf on a tree during the wintertime. During the wintertime. Let's go. Thank you, Julio. Appreciate it. Let's go, man. You're the full height. And then I know Julio included, where are we at here? This is gonna be really hard to see. He's got some measure. Okay, so here we go. So 66 inches tall to the back box from six. Okay, so 2 inches off. So 2 inches off. And then front to back 39 inches. This is 38 inches. So it's about a half. So it'll be similar front to back. So that's good. 35 inches to the. See, they're doing it. Ooh, this will be a little bit shorter. Interesting. So to the plunger, it's going to be about 35 inches, but to this top of the machine, it's 35 inches. So it looks like it's going to be like 4 inches shorter. I don't know how I feel about that. That could be a big one. You should be able to adjust the legs on this. Hopefully you can do that. That might not be, we'll have to see. We'll have to see, right? We'll have to see. It's going to be interesting. Thank you for sharing that, though, dude. Let's go. So there you go. You got just a ton of dimensions. Look how they break this thing down. So interesting. It's so interesting. So many dimensions for one thing. All right, let's see here. Where we at? Let's make myself big here. Okay, where are we going? Where are we going here? Let's get this out the screen. All right. Okay, so now we got to bring up this guy right here. So here's the Kickstarter, guys. The Kickstarter opportunities. We got room for improvement. We got opportunities to explore here, okay? Let's go a little bit bigger here. Boom. All right, guys. Kickstarter suggestions, all right? Now that mouse pad cover should be one of those two. Add that to the list. Wonderlands. That'd be really cool to get something like that. Powder coated candy blue rails and legs, right? So you see like Stern do like a premium and limited edition. Wouldn't that be something that's dope? So you guys, B Kirby like the chrome. What about candy blue, like that sky blue or a royal blue, right? I think that would be really cool. Like, can you imagine having like a limited edition because you kickstarted it? You support it, and that would be pretty cool to get something that's like really really premium and just like that would be cool, like something different. Like there's only like 1,000 of these made or whatever. You don't know. Candy blue speaker grill rings. So you saw that on the back box. That would be cool to kind of match the legs. Obviously, a topper's coming. That's just like the elephant in the room there. It's like, what is it going to look like, though? But a topper. Additional toy sculptures on the playfield. I know they talked about making that something where like you would purchase that, right? In addition to, but I still think that should be included with the Kickstarter. Like as a certain tier, you're going to get, this and we talked about the player cards, the Cheshire Cat. It could be like a room for improvement with more sculptures. And then I went with a build a plane on the coin door, kind of like the ad games. It's literally like, hey, they did it, right, they did it good. Like follow that same suit. Like maybe you do a builder plate on there of X, Y, and Z or whatever. A number on who knows, right? A number you could do. That would be kind of cool to have that as a suggestion. I don't know, but chat, like, what do you think? Could you add that? Could you add something to the list? I think that dust cover would be a great idea too. You'd have Alice in Wonderland, the Wonderland Amusements logo. I think that'd be kind of cool to have that. When you're not playing it, you roll that on your machine. I wish ad games had that. I mean, they should at least, at the very least, sell that to you on the website. That would be kind of cool. But who knows? Who knows, right? Who knows? We'll see. But these are my suggestions for the Kickstarter. I think that'd be pretty dope to kind of lay out and so I don't know. It is what it is. Like, right? It's a cool product, and there's room for improvement. Again, Wonderland, if you're listening, these are our suggestions. We'll put a suggestion in the suggestion box and kind of roll on with it. But let me show you real quick. Let's see here. Let's cancel that. My bad. Let's bring this up real quick. So, yeah, I mean, like, look at this. Like, look at this picture, for example, right? Like, look at how cool candy blue legs and the rails would be. That would be really cool. I don't know. It's just me. It's just me. That's me throwing it out there. I think that'd be really cool. You can do red too, but I think the blue, that's something different, right? Like kind of like that Jaws or think God, Jersey Jack Pinball made this. It's Avatar. Think Avatar, right? If you guys have seen that, that would be pretty dope looking. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents, right? That's just my 2 cents. Guys, that's gonna sum it up for the Wonderland portion of our show. You guys have any questions? Let me know. Um Otherwise, we're gonna keep the show moving and grooving, guys, because we have a decision to make in the corner again. I might do both. I might do both. Because Kirby, you're gonna kill me, right? And I might do both, right? So I'm thinking, okay, like we talk about this all the time, right? Like Iconic Arcade, they're doing their thing, right? And I had my heart set on this guy right here, right? Like this is the machine, right? This is the machine I was gonna get. No question about it, right? It still looks great. Like, look at that thing. That just like it's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait to play this. But then you look at this. You look at this, like, and you're like, okay, this is the more I do research on these alpha series of Street Fighter games, the more you're just like, damn, this is truly historical. This is wow. And like it's so hard for me to choose now. I will say this, I like the black bezel, like the less is more on the bezel, and I love that diamond plated control panel, right? Like it's just like it's just screams like, hey, we're just gonna dump this into a cabinet and let's roll, right? That just raw, like these aren't dedicated cabinets, right? But then this guy just looks so cool. So chat, I wanted to get your guys, which one did you guys pre-order? Just let me know in the chat. Did you do the Alpha 2 or did you do the World Warrior? You could do A2 for Alpha 2, you could do WW for World Warrior. I'm kind of torn, I gotta be honest with you. I know I put a poll up before. I've asked. I haven't pre-ordered one yet because I'm still on the fence. But then the more arcades that I'm selling, getting rid of the deluxe is like, shit, I got enough for both. Like, I might just do both. I know it sounds crazy because these are the exact same cabinet, right? But maybe I'll just save the money because I know other stuff is going to come down the line. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. But it's a tough decision, guys. This has been a decision of 2025 right here. I don't know which one to go with, and it's killing me. It's killing me in the inside. So, guys, let me know. Have you pre-ordered one? If you did, which one are you going to go with? And if you haven't, which one do you think you're going to go with? I would like to get some feedback. I know my buddy James hates everything. He did this one. I know Michael B. He did the World Warrior one. So it's like, what do you do? It's like this versus that. It's hard. They both look great. Even like looking at it live, I know, guys. It's like I'm looking at it. It's like, come on, you should have made a decision by now, right? It's like him and Han back and forth. What are you gonna do? I don't know. I'm still that Alpha 2 looks look really good. Maybe I go that route. But like Arcade1up totally messed up the World Warrior, and this is gonna be done right. This is the right form factor, the non-washed out marquee, the slanted control deck, great viewing angles, a 19-inch screen. Like there's so much, the molded coin door, like that stuff. Remember those legacy calves? They didn't do any of that stuff, right? So you get the waterfall control deck. Like there's so much that like this is where it started. This is where like competitive Street Fighter started. And it's hard not to go with this because these are the roots. These are the roots, guys. But then you got the iconic image of the Alpha Cab. It's just insane. James is doing the master troll job here. He's just a big ball of laughs, saying, "Forget the XXL. Classic SE is the future." Classic SE might have the shortest run in the history of arcades. I don't know. That's looking very, very sus, to say the least, guys. B Kirby said he got the Alpha. So we got this one right here. Looking great. Now, James, you got the Alpha too. So that's 2 for Alpha. None for the World Warrior yet. Israel Gaming says I'm stuck in the middle on which one to pre-order. Shake my head up. Put a poll up for me. Okay, we can run a poll 100%. Give me just a second. We can put up a poll real quick. I know I've done this before, but Here we go. If I could type here, my fingers are so the keyboard. I love the keyboard. It's so small, but it makes for you typing sometimes kind of hard. All right, here we go. Alpha 2 World Warrior. Let's get it. Boom, there's your poll, Israel Gaming. The people have spoken. They want a poll. There you go. You can have at it. Hoss, let's go. Jason says, I mean, I can't even tell what games I can play on it. They need to ditch the coin door and add a games list. You guys are just the best group of guys that I could ever have in my life, right? These guys are. We've been playing a lot of VR golf, and these guys are hilarious. Like I literally am pissing my pants every night I'm playing that. MG. If you guys don't know what these people sound like, oh my god, these guys are so damn funny. I can't do it. I can't. The real Zim, if you see him around in the community, he's one of the nicest guys in the building like I've ever come across. He's like always cheering for you, like, come on, get in there, get in there. Like to the ball, to the hole, could be not even close, and he's still shouting, "Get in there! You can do it!" Like it's so funny, guys. VR is crazy. I'll tell you that much. I thought it was a bunch of bologna sausage, but that's pretty cool. I enjoy it from time to time. My wife got me the extra battery pack, so I can play more than one game because that battery runs out quick. We got an actual putter that if you guys are in any of the discords, I shared this. We got an actual putter, so I can actually putt like a pro now. I've won a couple games. I won 2 games. My favorite course now is the Aztec one with the rain. So no, I'm not doing 8-bit anymore. That's my second favorite, Jason and James. I just want to let you know. The Aztec in the rain is my favorite so far. I love that. Sony 4K says, I'm sure Buy Stuff Arcades will have a mini PC mod for these. For the Street Fighter. Yeah, I mean you don't need to do that now because you got the SD card you can pop in. You got a Raspberry Pi 5. You just pop in whatever you want. That's when I kind of said, hey, look. Maybe the Street Fighter cab, right? Like the Street Fighter cab will be all the fighting Capcom games, right? Then later John D releases a Final Fight skin, right? Let's just hypotheticals. Then that Final Fight skin will have 3 buttons, right? Then maybe I make that my Capcom straight beat 'em up cab, right? And you kind of look and do the same for everything. That could be an option. That could be an option. We got all the great Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, Final Fight. Like you can keep going on, right? Like you could have all these beat 'em up games on that cabinet. That could be an option. Save you space for sure. Mike Hawker says, I will not be pre-ordering Iconic, but pick one up if sold through any retailer with pickup options. I like it. Now, why are you going that route? That's very interesting. Why are you going that route? Mike, let me know. Mike Hawkers is another great guy, dude. So there's so many underrated people in this community. Like such a nice guy, dude. This guy's like in his 40s. He sounds like he's in his 20s. Like it's insane. It's insane. But yeah, I'm gonna get one. I just don't know which one yet. I don't know which one yet. Like I haven't put a pre-order in yet. Like I sold enough cabs where it's like I'm kind of ready to jump on one. I don't know which one to do yet. Kind of waiting to see if John D like changes the artwork. I don't need to have changed the artwork on the World Warrior, but kind of just seeing if there's anything being done there. I don't know. I put out that video that the pre-orders were kind of done, but they're not. They're just a little tricky. You got to kind of sort it all out. But it'll show you what website. Let's actually go to VMI Innovations real quick and see if the pre-orders are still on. Okay, they're still on. So let me go ahead and just share that with you guys real quick. I know there's some complications on trying to get over there. But if we do this, bam, there you go. So the pre-orders are still on, guys. So you pre-order that right there. I know there was some talk that they pulled it from the Iconic Arcade website because they wanted to slow pre-orders down because they were selling out too many, right? And they don't know if they were going to be able to fulfill that with all the tariffs going on. So again, who knows, right? Conspiracy theory central, right? But it's still there, it's still ready to rock, still ready to roll. So that's good. That's good. I'll put this Again, you can't go over to the Iconic Arcade website, so I'm going to dip this link in there for you guys, so you guys can make sure to save that because the links are broken over there. Okay, so Mike says, I like the Alpha, even though I have Alpha 3 marquee on one of my Arcade1up mods. Ooh, that's cool. You got to show me that, man. You got to show me that. That's dope. So he likes the Alpha. So it'd be like Alpha 2, Alpha 1. Okay, so, you know, yeah, I don't know. It's a tough decision. I mean, that it's great. I love that he did 2. But it's like if he just did 1, I would have pre-ordered it by now, right? Like you wouldn't have had those complications and like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Israel says, Danny, if all fails, always get Third Strike artwork and call it a day. Yeah. That's a good question. I like that. That's a good statement right there. Because I know for a fact that this was Third Strike or Alpha 3, that would still be hard. God, it'd be so hard. There's so many cool ones, man. It's tough. Maybe I'm just a big Street Fighter fan, and I gotta have it, right? Like I gotta have them all, right? It's gonna be interesting to see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards World Warrior, but that Alpha I think it's down here. So if you scroll down here, got the Alpha sitting right here, sitting nice and pretty right here. So the Alpha's there too. Wow, it's just it's tough. It's tough. It's good. I'd rather have options than to not have options, right? At the end of the day. All right, let's make me bigger here. Let's get that off the screen. All right, guys, let's see how our poll's doing. Let's bring up the poll real quick. All right. Wow. So Alpha 2 is leading it 60% to 40. Okay. The 10 votes. We got 23 people in here. Gotta have about half the people voting. Now, some people like to watch on the TV, right? All right, let's go. All right. So that's it might be Alpha 2. I gotta wait. I gotta see. I want to see the improvements to that they make too. Because like those marquees were so washed out. And I want to see, I just want to see, it's hard. It's hard. But yeah, guys, I mean, if you guys don't have any questions for me, I'll let you get out of here. We're reaching that hour point in the show. We'll kind of end the poll here. It's almost split like 50-50 if you think about it. It's almost there. It's getting close, 50-50. Man, oh man, Arcade1up, what are you doing? Like, this is rough. Wonderland. I mean, that Wonderland's going to be exciting, guys. It's going to be exciting. We're going to have the guys on to talk down the road here, so that'll be fun to hang out with them and to just see kind of when the final product is revealed. All right, T Prez. He wants to know what's going on in the CornerCade. He says, you may have already covered this, and I missed it. But how many cabs have you let go already? I've let go. Let's take a look here, buddy. 4 so far. I had to count. 4. I'll be getting rid of Golden Tee. I mean, you can see here the Midway. That's the Midway Golden Tee. So I really have zero need for the Golden Tee. That's right there. So that's got to go. Mortal Kombat's got to go because I got 2 of those. Trying to look around here. Street Fighter's going to go. I'm actually going to make that into a Golden XL. And then, maybe one other one. I don't know. I mean, eventually all the deluxes are going to go. So we'll have probably 4 or 6 deluxes from, this row here. We're going to put them in the middle, and then we're just going to have XLs around. And then once more XLs come, we will keep pushing the deluxes out the door. Hey, Joe K, thank you for stopping by, man. But yeah, that's kind of like where we're at. Because we don't have a lot of room, but remember, these XLs take up the size of almost two deluxes. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Maybe I'll keep the Fast and Furious. For now, my kids love the racing game. I got Time Crisis Big Buck. I don't really see an XL shooter coming soon. Hopefully there will be an XL racer and an XL shooter, right? But I'll hang on to those. Maybe you boost Time Crisis up another 4 inches for height, and you give it a 19-inch screen and call it a day, and make it fit in with the XLs. Who knows? T-Press says, if you don't mind me asking, what's the rush before these cabs are even released? That's a great question. I didn't even try to attempt to do this. I was gonna do this in like May, right? Right before the John D storm hit here. But then I was wondering, I was like, okay, then I would have one XL just gonna be sitting there. I guess that's fine for right now. You kind of move the drill, right? But I'm getting rid of the duplicates. So where this really started was about, I don't know, maybe going on a month ago, a couple weeks ago, when we were able to get the NBA Jam XL. I said, okay, let me sell the Slim Katie one. Let's get the XL. So now I'll have two XLs because XL is going to be the future. John D's not making an NBA Jam XL. So let me get the Arcade1up one. You obviously saw we've been modding it. We got a buy stuff screen coming, and we got a 2-player control panel coming as well. We'll put real buttons in there, right? So I was looking at it. I was like, okay. Oh yeah, we put the speaker grill covers in there too. It looks dope now. So I'm like, okay, this is the chance to get the NBA Jam XL, right? I'm looking at it right here, and then all of a sudden, I get a message from Jantry G, another CornerCade channel subscriber, awesome guy. He says, "Danny, I'm at Costco right now. You want me to pick you this Midway Golden tee up for $200 and have it sent to you?" And I said, "Yes, like, let's do it." So I sent them the money for that, and that was about around $300, right? That's a no brainer, right? Because if I sell the deluxe for 400, I mean, I just made $100, right? I guess $50 to get for a discount. That'd be like a $50 difference that I come out positive on, right? So that's how those two caps started, right? And then I'm looking at it, I was like, damn, it'd be really cool just to have KI because John D's not going to make Killer Instinct. So I could at least get a jump on XL. I'm kind of looking at like a Pac-Man, if it, I mean, with Arcade1up being the way that they are now, it could be really rough. There might not be any XLs. I don't know, man. I truly don't know. We'll find out in September, October time if anything's coming to Costco, but it's gonna be rough. But so that's how I kind of jump started this XL, rebuild, right? And then once we get the Street Fighter in, that'll be room for the aisles are going to look different because you're going to take like about 6 inches off the NBA Jam because with the 2-player control panel, and then we'll be able to fit the Street Fighter in that row, and that'll be it for right now. We'll have 3 XL caps unless we can find a Killer Instinct, which would make it 4. But then we got stuff coming in 2025, hopefully at the latest. If anything comes from Arcade1up, if anything comes out from Unico, and then there could be companies on the horizon too that John D's working with that we have no idea what's going on and they just haven't announced it yet and they could announce it later, during the summertime or something like, hey, pre-order it now. Like, this is what's coming out. Guess what? Pre-orders are live, or you can order the product right now. Like, can you think about that? John loves doing surprises and he loves doing that. He loves dropping just the bombshells. Well, there you go. That's a great opportunity to do that, So the XL lines will be coming. You just gotta wait. Israel, they said thanks for doing a poll. Really helped me out. Kind of making a decision on which one to pick. Let's go. That's good. It's a good thing. Vic, you just got home. Anything I missed? You just gonna have to rewatch the show, and you're just gonna have to give this video a like. That's all I'm asking for you, brother. If you wanna comment on there too, just let me know. Oh, stop. Jason, you're such an ass. And Israel, no problem, man. Doing the poll, hopefully it kind of pointed you in the right direction there. Kind of helped you out. Oh, okay. So what? So Michael B just concluded. Let's take a look here. We're done. Let's take a look here. Let's pull it over there. Okay, so Mike B's done. Okay, so should we? I wish Mike B would have sent everybody over here. That would have been nice, right? That would have been nice. He says he doesn't watch my channel. I love that guy. I just want to give him a big headlock. Big headlock. Brooklyn Menace is coming on over. Let's go. Should we restart the show, guys? Should we restart the show? Thank you, Vic. If you guys could just always hit that like, believe it or not, if you comment and like on a video, YouTube looks at it like, wow, this video got 54 comments and 30 likes already. Well, let's keep pushing it out because at the end of the day, guys, YouTube's a business. So they're going to look at the video. The more it gets pushed through with the ads, the more money they make, right? But ultimately, like, this is a fun hobby for me. I'm not supporting my family on YouTube. Like, it gets new people involved. Can you believe it or not? There are probably home arcade fans that don't even know the channel exists, or don't even know there are YouTube channels, right? So yeah, let's go. Yeah, we'll restart it. Okay, so guys, we're gonna restart the stream. So let's do it. Mike, you got your breaking news, you got your updates. Let's go, baby. We're back. Do I stay on to see if anybody kind of trickles in here? Or do we just put a pin in it? Because we're at an hour and 11 minutes and we go see if my wife needs anything, or we play VR, or what else could go down in the home arcade community, guys? What should we do, guys? What should we do? The questions are horizon. We're always asking everything. What in the world? Oh man. So yeah, so it's Wonderland. I mean, I was pretty impressed with them. That was fun having those guys on. So I can't wait to get them on, and we could talk pinball and their products. Look at that, we just jumped up to 37 people. Let's go, baby. We're back. The audience nearly doubled. It says Vic Bishop says that MK2 rehash was hideous. John D and Glenn, I trust. So many yet unreleased banger titles out there. Yeah, it really just shows you like the position that Arcade1up is in, man. It is rough. And for those of you that are just coming in, we literally are saying goodbye. Where you been, right? This is kind of just took everything by storm right here. This guy right here. God, this is just so bad. It's hard to defend this company anymore, guys. For you guys that are coming in, you got to rewatch the show, but this is rough. For all the wrong reasons. I mean, we even looking at the screen could be like the CornerCade screen, like that quality. What is that, like 16:9 or something? Good God. Good God. I can't. Like, I can't. This is getting rough, guys. Like, that price is wrong, apparently. So the genius marketing crew over at Arcade1up just knocking it out of the park again. You got people playing the menu game on NBA Jam, and now you got the wrong price and the wrong picture to the wrong products being shown. So who knows at the end of the day, right? Who knows? It's comical sometimes. But yeah, this is what you're looking at. Slim Katie Peasant Cades, right? I mean, geez, they're trying to just push whatever they can out, and this is rough beyond belief. I mean, at least come up with a different skin. Like, you got MK2, like why not use Ultimate MK3 or MK3 or anything else? Make this a damn Bubbles. You might actually get somebody to buy it and be like, F it. Let me just put this on a G.I. Joe riser and we're there, right? We're there. Oh my God. Mike says, any predictions on the next big Arcade1up leak? Maybe like a big Buck Hunter projector cade or NBA Jam sunglasses. Yeah, it's gonna be. You're gonna get a Pac-Man version of this, like a Miss Pac-Man. You're gonna get a regular Pac-Man. This is gonna be rough, guys. It's gonna be very, very rough. Ichabod Crane, thank you for stopping by, man. I think I'm buying the Walmart MK. I'm gonna keep it in the box for a rainy day. I'll give you something to do, I guess. This is a rough thing. Stupid Fat Hobbit. That's like the Mortal Kombat Annihilation movie levels bad. Yeah, like the Street Fighter, the movie, the game, right? Like this is bad, dude. Vic Vicious, no coin door. They brought back this hideous marquee with wings, 2 steps forward, six. I wouldn't say 2 steps forward, 6 steps back. I would just say just 6 steps back. Like, I haven't seen the forward progress so far, right? Now on the marquee, yes, but I mean that's like a year. That's a year done. I think with these, I will say, I think with these renders, I don't think you're gonna get those wings. This might be the box lit marquee. That would be rough. If they didn't like this marquee up at all, that would be rough. I just think sometimes they're off with their renders. This is bad, guys. This is just nothing's good here. There's nothing good to come from this. Yeah, B Kirby, I'm wondering the same thing. You know, we're on this XL craze right now. Will they even come out with an XL at this point? Um, that that's hard. I don't know. Like, that's a tough decision. I don't know if they're even going to come out with an XL. That's a good question, man. That's a real good question. Chad, I love you so much. Thank you for stopping by, guys. Wonderland was the big topic tonight. I think we covered it. We made a lot of good suggestions, guys. I brought some slides, worked on that. A lot of cool stuff from the stream that we saw with Michael B and P Dubs and Arcade1up. What are you doing, dude? Holy moly! And I still got a decision to make. I still got. I'm on the fence. Yeah, Jason, before we get out of here, he's like, they're not off with the renders. They're off their rockers, 100%. This is rough. My goodness. Guys, I appreciate each and every one of you coming out. Guys, give this video a like on your way out. Definitely leave a comment down below. Again, it always helps the channel. Helps the channel grow. Let's get it. Let's get at it. Guys, have fun. Stay safe on this Tuesday night. And if you got a VR, what are you doing? Hop in and play some Walkabout Golf because that is an awesome game. Helps fill the void when there's no news, right? Late at night, playing some games. Guys, I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. We will see you guys next week for another Let's Go show. And if any news breaks, we might go live with it. We might make a pre-recorded video. Who knows? We'll see what we do, right? We'll have fun. Fun in the sun and keep it rocking and keep it rolling, guys. I appreciate everyone coming out as always. Stay from the CornerCade. We'll see you in the next one, I guess, right? Peace. Arcade1up, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? Oh my god. I don't get it. Sucks. Yeah, I was saying before, I said, guys, can you imagine your home arcade without an Arcade1up title? I mean, that's what we're headed, guys. That's where we're headed. That's where we're headed. We'll see you guys later, guys. Let's go. Everybody's leaving. Everybody's gonna be chilling on this Tuesday. Hey, T-Prez, am I on? Am I on like your 9 TVs that you got? Let me know. Yes, thank you, Vic. Please just click the like. It's so easy. Just please do it. So easy. Helps the channel grow, man, guys. Helps the channel grow. Let's go. Ooh, Arcade1up with the drop of blood. That is no good. That is no good. We can put this in there though, because they're releasing Mortal Kombats. Oh, you can't see it on the stream though. That stinks. You gotta go and look in the YouTube chat. You can see the Mortal Kombat logo. But hey, wait. There we go. So we got John D and we got Street Fighter. Could that be the future, guys? Could that be the future? All right, everybody. Like I always say, we'll see you in the next one, right? Israel, thank you. Oh, Ken popping in. Let's go. I always stay for the after show. You never know when there's going to be an after show. So if I'm feeling friskier now, right? Mike Concord says there will be a new riser SKU. G.I. Joel might be the only way to get them look like original Cavs again. Yeah. I mean, we'll say this. If you're on a budget, right? If this Cav's $2.99, you go through Joel, you're looking at $3.99. That would be pretty. Something, right? Something at least. But again, I would just go XL. And I know it sounds easy, but just go XL. Just go XL. Yeah, they're listening to something. I don't know what they're listening to. Faisal. See, look, I didn't end the show, and look at Faisal comes by and gives some memberships out. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Let's go, baby. Faisal's back. Gifting 5 CornerCade crew memberships. Let's do this, man. Thank you so much. We got Dr. Z, Worst Jago, Sony 4K, Robot Ron, T-Prez. You just became a member. Let's do it. I'm actually watching on my phone, bro. Look at that. So he's not watching on the TV. So he's watching on his phone. That's how I take the content in. I usually don't watch it on the TV. It's always the phone. You do everything on your phone now. Hey, I can end it with like a banger. Let's go. Raising the roof. Let's go. All right, guys. That's it for me. Should I restart the show? How many people are watching here? We got 25 now. Should we restart the show? Thank you so much, man, for supporting the channel. All right, guys. I'm out of here. Let's go golf or something. I gotta see if Miss CornerCade needs anything. Guys, we'll see you in the next one. We'll see you next week. I appreciate everybody coming out. Stay safe. The Z from the CornerCade.